guys, and welcome to another video. So today I'm starting my Christmas videos and I'm so excited to do these this year. So the first thing we're going to be doing is a little bit of a Christmas DIY, because you will all know I love the opportunity to do any DIYs. So today, as you can probably guess from my little setup, we are firstly going to be making some horse treats, and then we are going to be making some stockings to pop them in. So this is a brilliant Christmas present for your horses, or you know, if you just want something to do around the Christmas period, then that's great. It's a really simple recipe, really easy to make, as are the stockings. So it's something that anyone of any age can do, and I have fun doing it. So, you know, hope you guys enjoy it too. But anyway, we will jump straight in to making the horse treats. So the first thing you need to do is preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. And then it is just a case of mixing everything together in a bowl. So the ingredients you need are 1 cup of oats, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of carrot, or you can have apple or whatever you want. I always find my horses prefer carrot. Then I've got half a cup of horse feed, 1/4 cup of molasses. And then to make it Christmassy, we're going to be adding some peppermint extract, just so that, you know, it's nice and minty. And who doesn't love the taste of candy canes at Christmas? I'm sure the horses will love it just as much as us. So it doesn't really matter what order you put everything into your bowl, but I would suggest popping the molasses in last. And I would also suggest using a plastic spoon rather than a wooden spoon, because wooden spoons and molasses, it's not a good combination. They stain, so I always go for like more of a plastic salad spoon. So I'll just start by popping in the carrot. Now I've already grated this off camera, just because we all know how to grate a carrot, and to make it a little bit faster for you guys. So in goes the carrot, and then this is the horse feed. Now you can use whatever your horse currently has. If it is something that's lengthy, like a chaff, it won't, when we come to create the balls, make such nice round balls. But to be honest, I'm not too fussed. I think they'll look like little Christmas wreaths anyway. So that's what I'm popping in, is just half of some horse chaff. And then we have our rolled oats. So these are literally just breakfast oats that you can use. It really doesn't matter what type, and just pop those in as well. And then second to last, we have some plain flour. Make sure it's not self-raising or anything special. It just has to be your bog standard plain flour, and in that goes as well. Right, and then finally the messy part, we have 1/4 cup of molasses. Now this stuff gets everywhere, and it just sticks and it doesn't come off, so be very careful when you're pouring this in. Okay, so in it goes. Now if you feel it's a little bit dry, so I noticed at the bottom that not all the oats have been picked up, I'm just going to add a little bit more of molasses in there. And again, if you feel it's too wet, you can add a little bit more flour in as well. And there we go. And that should just pick up any of the bits we were struggling with. There we go, that is kind of the consistency and the look we are going for at this stage. If you do use honey, so this sort of squeezy honey or anything like that, it will not look this dark obviously. It will be a much lighter colour. It's just dark due to the colouring of the molasses there. So I actually almost forgot to put the peppermint in. Obviously you don't want too much of this. You can add this at the start, which might be a bit easier for mixing. It's really rather strong stuff, so I'm just going to put a little bit in there. So it's really not a lot at all. It's literally just about 6 drops, I think, have just gone in there. And we'll give that a mix. Okay, so for your baking tray, you're just wanting something with grease-proof paper. It's very important that you put grease-proof paper down, because if you don't, it will just stick to the baking tray and really not work. So, as always, this is the messy part. It's really up to you what shape you do. If you don't use a chaff, you can go for like more funky designs, but with a chaff you are slightly limited. So I always end up making these far too big, so I'm going to try and make them a little bit smaller. Now my idea was to do like a circle, but more squished, so it's more like a nest, if you will, because I'm thinking to make it look like a wreath, and then maybe sticking a little bit of carrot in the middle. That's my plan. We'll see how they turn out. But have a bit of fun with it, you know, make whatever you want. See, it told you guys alright. Right, now I'm going to kind of work on my shaping a bit. A little. Look at my hands. So I'm going to go get another tray to make some more. Obviously, if that's how many you're wanting, then half the recipe. Don't do all of this, but as I say, I've got 7 horses. We need a lot of treats. Okay, so that can be the last one. There we go. So they are all of my treats done, ready to go in the oven. I just need to wash my hands, I can pop them in. Okay, here we go. Pop these in. Try to avoid the top level if you can, because the molasses can burn. Okay, there we go. So the treats just need to go into the oven until they are golden brown. It can depend on, you know, how big you've actually made the size of the treat as to how long they need cooking, but I'll show you what to look for when they are ready. So guys, this is what they should look like once they've cooled down and everything. They should be a nice dark golden brown, not too hard, not too squishy, just firm, but you know, not hard. And yeah, you just need to leave them to cool, and you can go ahead and start making your stocking. If you do have a go at making any of these things, please do tag me on Instagram with photos of them. It's at Lilpetchannel. I'd love to see everything that you guys make. Have a go at your own designs. It'd be so nice to see you sharing them. So guys, the next thing I'm going to show you how to make are some stockings for your horse's stables. So these you can make to put the treats in, or obviously you can put something else in them. So each of my horses are going to have their own stockings, so we're making 7 today. So they're actually really simple to make. All you need to do is firstly draw out your own stocking design, or if you're not the best at drawing or you're struggling, you can always just print one out. They're really easy to find on Google Images. If you just type in stocking A4, then you can just, you know, print your own out. So once you've either sketched or printed your stocking, you then just need to cut it out, and this is going to be the template for the material that we're going to be cutting. So for your material, I would recommend using something like felt, just because it is stronger than using fleece or anything like that. I got this 8-pack, I think it was from the range, and it was really cheap. I mean, it had different colours of red in, which I really liked, so this is what I was using. And then I'm just going to take a white pen and just draw around the edge. I've got my outline to then cut. So I'd recommend to save yourself a bit of time and to make sure that both the sides are equal, to pin 2 pieces of felt together and cut them together just so they are nice and even. Otherwise you might, sort of get some edges that aren't quite the same if you try and do them separately. And there you go, so you've got 2 nice equal pieces of felt, one for each side of your stocking. So there are 2 ways you can sort of attach them. One way is to use a hot glue gun. Now this is really quick, really simple, but not the best in terms of strength. So if you're only wanting your stockings to last, like for this year, then that's absolutely fine. Just go ahead and use a hot glue gun. Or if you're wanting your stockings to last a bit longer and you're willing to put in that little bit more effort, you can actually sew them. So you can either sew them by hand or use a sewing machine. I went for the lazy option of using a sewing machine just because it's much quicker and also a lot stronger than if you sew by hand, but either way will work. And then you can always just attach a little loop of felt on the top, again either hot gluing or sewing that, and that's for you to hang your stocking from your horse's stable door. So at this stage you've got a nice plain stocking and you can decorate it however you want. You can felt tip it, you can glue tinsel to it, you can add baubles, you can do whatever you want. I decided that as I had 7 to do, that I'd keep it simple and just print out each horse's initial. And then I printed those out because my handwriting isn't the best, and then I cut out each letter. Now obviously some of the horses have the same letter, particularly the C's. We've got Charlie, Chilli and Caramel, all with C's. So we didn't need too many of those, so you just need to print out 1 of each. And then this again is going to act as a little bit of a template for our felt later on. So there we go, that's all my letters cut out and ready. So then I grabbed a lot of felt, lots of different colours, and each horse is going to have a different colour. And then making sure that you turn the letter around so it's kind of facing the wrong way. You just want to again outline that, and the reason you want it the other way around is so that you can't see the pen lines. And it is a little bit fiddly to cut these out, so I'd try using some smaller scissors because I struggled with my huge ones. But I just did this for each letter, I just traced it and then cut it out. As I say, you can just felt tip it on depending what you wanted to do, but I wanted all the different coloured felts because I thought that would look really good having so many horses to do. So there we go, they are all my felt letters ready to be stuck onto the stocking. So as for sticking, I decided to just glue gun mine. My glue gun had kind of stopped working at this point, so it wasn't the easiest. But yeah, if you just want to glue them onto the surface, then that's a really easy way to attach them. Obviously, if you try and sew them, you're kind of going to need to sew them before you attach the 2 pieces together. So I'd recommend just, gluing them on like so. You can even use Mod Podge or something like that to attach them if you don't have a hot glue gun. So there we have it guys, they are my 7 super simple, easy to make stockings for your horse. You can add whatever you like in them and pop them on their stable door on Christmas Day. So once your treats are all nice and cool, you can then pop them in your stockings. What I'd recommend doing is getting some sort of sandwich bag or plastic bag and popping it in there first so that they stay nice and fresh. So just open that up and then pop a few of these in. Obviously, depending on the size that you make your stocking and the size that you make your treats will depend on how many you can put in there, but then you can just add a few, twist it, tie the bag, and there you go. You have your little stocking all ready to be put on your horse's door. So guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on that bell icon so you get a notification every single time I post, because we have some very exciting Christmas videos coming up, especially next Friday at 4 p.m. Trust me, it's one you won't want to miss, guys. See you soon. Bye.